How long has this been going on with American Girls? I took my 6-year-old to the store in Rockefeller Center, like the American Girl experience. And typically girls that are into American Girls, they get a doll that looks like them, and you can get an outfit that, so you can match your doll. We were in there, and my daughter's just a cute little 6-year-old white girl. We couldn't find anybody that looked like my daughter. It was the whole place. It was like wokeified. It was kind of a bizarre experience. How long has this been going on with American Girl?
I think it was in the early 2000s that they sort of changed their brand to girl empowerment, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's politicized, this girl empowerment idea. So I think that this particular step with this book is a new leap that they've taken, because it is so insane to be telling little girls to change their bodies, because that is not body empowerment or girl empowerment. That's self-loathing. That's exactly what you don't want little girls.
Okay, these are sick, deranged people. I think that's fairly clear, but we have to respond to a couple of the things that they said, and then we'll get into the core claim. So first of all, it being wokeified or politicized that some of the dolls aren't white is telling on yourself. It's not telling on the American Girl dolls. That you think that that's weirdly political. And also, think about the thing that you heard him say. He walked into a place, according to him, I don't believe him, but he walked into a place and couldn't find a doll that looked like his daughter and said it was a bizarre experience. Yes. Wouldn't you want no one to have to experience that? That's what diversity is about.
So now, you get it.
Well, yeah, imagine if you could have that bizarre experience and you didn't have to go all the way to the American Girl doll store. What if every show and movie you watched had that same bizarre experience for you? What if the books you read, the politicians who represent you, the cops who serve you, all of that is that same bizarre experience? Wouldn't that be something you'd want to change? But no, this is not about a general principle. This is about his own personal experience, which again, I do not believe. I've never been in an American Girl doll store, but I guarantee there were some pale dolls in that store that day. Viviana, what do you think?
I mean, you said it, John. It's like when I'm watching, I was like this. I'm like, so you get it. So you get it then. So you understand why there might be a need. I grew up at a time, John, where Malibu Barbie was the person of color in the group, okay? Because she had a tan and she had like a tan line, and that was like the doll of color. Maybe Barbie, as we progressed through the 90s, had one black friend, and that was it. Yeah. The brunette Barbies were like the closest I had to identifying, and I'm light skinned and white presenting in many communities, you know what I mean? So the fact that he gets it but refuses to see the white supremacy is just bleeding through their pores, and I cannot stand it. Yeah. And there was something that I was confused about the body thing. I know that they maybe changed some of the dolls' bodies to reflect. There's a doll in a wheelchair now and crutches. I have been in an American Girl doll store, John. They are incredible. They've got a hospital and a restaurant and all kinds of cool stuff. They've got the books to go along with it. They all got little stories. It is very.
I'll buy one.
Get in there, John. They have one at the Grove. It's very empowering for young people, boys and girls who want to go in there. They have, all kinds of different dolls in there for everybody. I agree with you. I don't think you couldn't find a light skinned doll or a white doll. You know what? Come on, bro. There's a website. You can go order it. Cry me a river. I busted out my.
I do not believe it.
I don't.
Literally no way.
And also, you know what? You get it now. How many families of color have gone into stores and did not find anything that looked like their child? They had to make dolls. I mean, how many black children grew up with a white doll? And that's just what they had. And that's it.
Yeah, and would it be so bad if your child had a doll that wasn't, would it not be fun? Look, I don't know, maybe the kid is prejudiced. I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe that's possible.
I only want a white doll, Dad.
Maybe, I don't know, you can play with all sorts of things. As I was saying at our production meeting, I largely played with T-Rexes and stuff. It didn't look like me, but it was still fun. I feel like you could have that with. No, it was. I think it was largely brown. I guess I don't know. But anyway, it was perfectly fun. And if you go to the American Girl doll website, just to finalize this, there's tons of white dolls. Oh my God, it's still very much the norm. Yeah. You can go to the second one. And by the way, again, I don't know why we need to explain this over and over to them. It is not politicized when a private company decides that, hey, maybe they'd like to sell these dolls to everyone. Because maybe he's right. Maybe people do want a doll that looks like them. And if people who aren't white go in there and all they see is white dolls, they might not want to buy. And these things I'm hearing are like $300. So I'm guessing they want to sell as many of them as they can. That's why they're doing the diversity. Jesus, why does this need to be explained to them every week?
For people who uphold capitalism so strongly and consumerism, it seems that they don't understand the law of supply and demand.
100%. Yeah.
Simply what it is.
The free market. It's the free doll market.
How dare you be educated and wokeified?
But they love getting freaked out by dolls. That's why it's the Mr. Potato Head stuff. Like they are really obsessed with children's toys.
Don't mention Santa. You know how that goes. Or God forbid Jesus.
If they reboot Chucky, oh my God, these people are gonna lose it.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.